Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Adam's Kitchen on Trust TV. In this program where we do learn together to prepare some dishes, whether unique to our kitchen or something we learned elsewhere, be it international or local. In today's episode, I am going to prepare a chicken appetizer and coleslaw, and it is my hope that you will find it really interesting. But before we move into the program, let us go for a short break and we will be right back. Welcome back. To begin with, let me show you the ingredients that you need in order to make this recipe. And first of all, you need chicken breast, you need a cheese depending on your choice of the cheese. We are also going to use black pepper, some amount of cinnamon powder, salt, some sugar, some carrots, some red onions, and also spring onions. We are also going to make use of some little amount of lime juice and also potatoes. We are also going to put some amount of yellow and red pepper and also evaporated milk. That is for the coleslaw side, of course, you will see later. And also we are going to need some mayonnaise. So let us get started. First of all, you need to put your chicken breast in freezer so that it gets refrigerated. And then what I'm going to do is something a little bit unusual. I'm going to grate my chicken just the way you can grate vegetable, so maybe for easy grating, let me slice it further, make it sizable amount so that I can comfortably hold it in my hand, and then continue to grate the chicken. See, so you don't need to bother looking for a minced chicken, which could be difficult to find somehow. So if you have, but then something really important is that if you have it frozen, it's much easier to grate. As you can see, this one is frozen, but then not 100% frozen, and this is why it's getting disintegrated, even before being grated. So to get a better result, make sure your chicken is well frozen, and then you continue to grate it like this. And this one also, I've finished grating the much frozen part of it. I'll put the remainder aside and then grab another portion of it and continue to grate it this way. While getting grated, and then do like this. So as I said, the other parts of the chicken is not well frozen, and what it'll do is now to perform a magic, this magic like this. This magic is going to work, and then I can put it here. Here we go with the chicken, and the next item in the list is going to be some potatoes. So after I cut these potatoes into this size, I'm also going to grate it just the way I grated my chicken. So I have now shredded my potato. So the next item in the list is my cheese, which I'm also going to grate. So you see, the cheese is also giving me the same issue with the chicken, the chicken, because it wasn't well frozen. If it was, the grating would have been much easier, but yet it's not too bad. Let's add some more of it. So, and what else? Of course, my spring onions is next in the line. I'll give it a cut from this direction and then slice it much thinner. And then cut the rest of the spring onions and also add them all together. And then we are also going to need some amount of the chives. Perhaps all of it will be chopped and put inside of the bowl. So in place of this these chives, you can of course replace it with mint, celery or parsley. So the next thing is my pepper, which if you like you can cut it, if you like you can grate it. For this one, let me just try grating it. Instead of cutting it, I'll just grate it. But when grating the pepper, be careful with your eyes. And also with your hand. If you do not have hand gloves, after grating it, make sure you don't touch your eyes or any untouchable parts of your body to avoid any unwanted situation. Good. And one more thing that I forgot to mention is, of course, something that I'm going to bring out now to add, which is an egg. I forgot to mention it, but now you see it, right? So the next thing is to add some black pepper, and then we'll add some cinnamon powder, and also some amount of seasoning is going to be added. And then some salt. And that's all we need for now. And then we mix them together, all of it. Like this. So our mixture of chicken, potato, cheese, and the rest is hereby completed, and I will now put it aside so that I can proceed with the next item in the agenda. So the next thing we are going to do is to begin to prepare our coleslaw, and in this case I will first bring some mayonnaise. Probably, you know, I find this way more effective. You know, before cutting the vegetables and then adding mayonnaise and all the stuff on it, I would rather mix my mayonnaise first to be sure that nothing has gone wrong before adding my vegetables. So with this now, I will go ahead and add a pinch of salt, and then I will now go ahead and get some lime juice squeezed inside of it. And this is also absolutely optional. If you do not like it, you can use vinegar, which is mostly used, you know. But for me, I like having different things, you know, different experience. So this is why I decided to use lime juice instead of vinegar. And also I'm going to add my brown sugar now. Then I will now go ahead and whisk it really well. The next thing I am going to do is to give it a taste. Absolutely awesome, you know. And also one more thing that not everybody does, but me, I want to do it, is to put a bit of lime zest in it. Not much. Okay, and then stir it again. and then I will give it another taste. Is zippy, zesty, citrusy, sweet, and absolutely nice. So the next thing is to grab my cabbage and then cut it in half. Then I'll go ahead and remove this part, which is really strong and absolutely not needed. This part also, I'm going to remove it. Okay, I'll cut this off. Any hard part of the cabbage I'll just remove. Okay, so with this I will, if I like, can go ahead and cut it like this, and then make sure you cut it into much thinner sections, very thin, like this. So I will now go ahead and begin the next process, which of course first is to start my fire, and then get my pan ready on the fire and grab my olive oil and make it ready like this, and then can pour some amount of it inside of the pan, and then allow the pan to continue to be hot. So my oil has gotten really hot, and what I'm going to do now is to grab my appetizer mix, and then place it gently, and then press it like this. Get some more, and also press it. Grab some more and place it and press it. Then I will go ahead and cover my pan while I come back here and get my carrots ready, and then I get my carrots shredded here. So the next thing is going to be my onions. And then I cut it again like this. So it all depends on how you want the onions. You can make it big, small, tiny, however you want it. Okay. And then check my appetizer, how it is doing. It's looking good. Yes, doing really well. Cover it again, then grab some of my onions and add here. And then mix them all together. So with this, I will now pour the rest of the milk in here. And also, if you feel that the mayonnaise is not much enough for you, depending on your need, you can actually go ahead and add it as much as you want. So this one is mixed really well. I will now go ahead and put it aside and cover it really well with some foil. Okay, so put it aside and okay. Okay, so our appetizer is getting ready, and we are about actually to get it done, and therefore let us go for a short break and we will be right back. So you can see that our chicken appetizer is getting ready and looking really appetizing. This is something that you would love to eat every day non-stop. Okay. And this one. I will now cover it for some time to get cooked really well. Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, you are watching Adam's Kitchen on Trust TV, where we have been making chicken appetizer with coleslaw. In case you missed something, I'm sure if you keep watching you will be able to catch up, even though we have almost reached to the end of the show. But you can always go back and watch on Trust TV's social media platforms. So you can see that our appetizer is getting perfectly ready, and we are about to get it served. So at this point, I will now go ahead and grab my appetizer, and plate it this way, and then I'm going to go and put the rest of the fryer, and then put off my fire. And this is what I call the moment of truth. And the next thing to do is, of course, to grab some of our coleslaw and also serve it alongside the chicken appetizer, looking absolutely great. So with this, I will say, let me jump and dive inside of this plate and get it tested. I just wish I can be able to send some to you from inside of the camera down to your table, down to the place where you are sitting and watching this program. The appetizer, is really appetizing. Absolutely awesome, absolutely delicious. I can eat this every single day. Ooh. The experience is just super amazing, absolutely amazing. I can't stop eating this, really. This is really awesome. With this, all you need is just to have a chilled lemonade by your side or an awesome tea to accompany the amazing dish. Okay, so with this, here comes to the end of today's episode, and I hope that you did enjoy it and you will continue to watch, learn and practice. And thank you so much for spending the time with us. And at this moment, I say goodbye and see you in our next episode.